Man, what is up? What is up? This is your boy, Warren G, that plays B Been Clowns Sucker Free since 2003. We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. Shout out to everybody out there trying to make a way out of no way. Eric, Ashani, Tasha, David, No Compromise, James Dunblood. Man, what is going on today, man? I got a great topic. The face of gun violence. I got a clip that I want to play for y'all. You notice we always the face of everything. When that Asian man shot that young little black kid, they did not even put his face up. We didn't even really know what he looked like. When that white man went and shot up that bank because they was getting ready to fire him just recently, they didn't even really show his face. His picture, his face, nothing. But now all of a sudden, a black man commits a crime, and now his face all over TV, and they got a CNN special on this shit. Let's get into it. Cut this shit down. Man, I want to play this clip, man. I have to play this clip. I need to play it. It's about exactly what we're talking about. And I must play it so y'all can get it. And I'm not condoning any violence towards anyone.
The City Custom Cash Cards automatically adjust to your spending.
Hi.
No, they don't.
You don't have to keep tabs on rotating
that's what I don't like,
categories.
man.
This is the only rotating I care about.
It does the work.
Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Man, I don't want to play no commercials. The fuck, here we go.
Daddy and me. That is the question this morning from this 6-year-old girl in North Carolina. Police say Kinsley White was playing in her yard when her basketball rolled in.
Just like that brother, I think it was a white man, he was in the Navy or whatever, and there was another brother that was in some type of Navy, and they were having disagreements, and the white man, he kind of like tripped out on the brother's wife. The brother went over there, hollered at him. He shot through the door and killed him. They don't talk about that. I think he ended up going to prison, but they just shot through the door and killed him.
The neighbor's yard, and then the unthinkable happened. The neighbor began shooting, hitting the girl and her father, grazing her mother.
And they got a picture of the little, see, they smart, but when that little boy got shot by that Asian, they did not bring none of this shit up. They didn't even talk about it. Matter of fact, the judge let him go. He was out on bail immediately. And that young black kid was about the same age as this girl, 6 years old. He was riding his big wheel, and that Asian man shot him. And they didn't do shit. They still ain't done nothing.
Police say the suspect is Robert Singletary, and this morning, Singletary is on the run. He is considered armed and dangerous. This is the latest example of a shooting over what seems like a simple mistake. In just the last week.
And now they're trying to group it in like, oh, it's gun violence and all that. Okay, well, if it's gun violence, don't put no picture up. Just talk about gun violence. Don't use us as the face of gun violence. No, you don't do that.
A teenager in Kansas City was shot after he rang the doorbell at the wrong home to pick up his siblings. In upstate New York, a woman was shot and killed after she turned around in the wrong driveway. Outside Austin, Texas, 2 cheerleaders were shot after one mistakenly got in the wrong car at a grocery store. And now in North Carolina, a 6-year-old girl has stitches in her face all over a basketball. CNN's Diane Gallagher is in North Carolina this morning. Diane, give us the latest on.
You notice they ain't went to everybody's house. They ain't go to everybody's house and do no investigation, but they doing it for the brother.
This manhunt for the person who pulled the trigger.
And now it's a manhunt. But it wasn't a manhunt when that Asian man shot that young black kid on a big wheel. It wasn't a manhunt for him.
That's right, John. Police say they still do not have 24-year-old Robert Singletary in custody. That is currently an active manhunt in the Gaston County area with U.S. Marshals and police here in Charlotte helping them. They had helicopters out searching for this person. Now, look, all of this, according to neighbors, started over a basketball. They say that young children were playing basketball and the ball rolled into Robert Singletary's yard. According to neighbors, he became angry, started running out and began shooting. And that is when 6-year-old Kinsley White, her father, her mother, and another neighbor were all shot and injured. Her father is still in the hospital here in Charlotte.
Boy, let me tell you, the news media, they do not like black folk. For real. I'm not condoning what he did, but that Asian man shot a kid purposely. Purposely, because he didn't want the kid riding in his yard. But nobody is talking about that. But here we go.
This morning, his mother telling a CNN producer just a few moments ago that he remains in a lot of pain. He's taking it day by day, but he is terrified right now because this suspect is still out there. Meanwhile, 6-year-old Kensley, who was released from the hospital, doesn't understand why any of this happened.
Why did you shoot my daddy and
See, stop. You see how they use the youth of the dominant society? Oh, man, they're going to throw him under the jail for this. David No Compromise, James Youngblood, watch. They're going to throw him under the jail. They're actually digging under the jail right now and got his coffin down there. He ain't going to be in regular jail. They're going to treat him like a vampire. You going in a coffin with dirt over you, motherfucker.
me? Tried to shoot a kid's dad.
Looked at my husband and my daughter and told them, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, because y'all look like dope fiends. They look like nose to chins. That's why they edited that video and didn't want to see. They didn't want to show the people because there's more to this story.
Just absolutely terrifying. And again, remember, all of this, according to neighbors, was over a basketball. John, according to record.
Sounds like this is what it sounds like. Sounds like them neighbors been fucking with him, and they probably dope fiends. That's probably what they are. But they put the little white girl on there to soften the blow, to make people, oh, he shot a little kid. Well, a black kid got shot too. Now I hear no motherfuckers talking about that shit, and he was riding the big wheel.
With the police department, Singletary, who again is still out there on the loose, was arrested back in December as well for using a mini sledgehammer during a domestic-related assault and then preventing that victim from getting medical care.
What does that have to do with him shooting somebody, though? You see what they do?
The mother of Kensley's
Look, she stuttered.
father says that she's even more concerned because of this person's past, John.
Look, this is terrifying. My kids, when they play basketball, the ball is in the neighbor's yard more than ours. Really unthinkable. Diane Gallagher, keep us.
Stop. Let's cut the music back on. I'm about to tell you how I really feel. Look, man, look. First of all, CNN, right wing, left wing, whatever, they're not for black folk. And they will do whatever they can to put you the fuck out there. Second of all, I'm going to keep bringing up that young kid that was on a big wheel who got shot by an Asian man, and then he turned himself in, and the judge released him on bond with no problem. They didn't do no manhunt. They didn't protest outside his house. You didn't see no news cameras like, hey, why did you shoot that little kid? But here you go, man. Oh, well, he took a sledgehammer and beat somebody else. That don't have nothing to do with the shooting. You don't even know what it is. And then when they showed the white people, that looked a little bit of nose to chin. I mean, he ain't got no teeth. You know, now it's like they cut that short. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Then they got her right up off camera because they know what was going to happen. She's going to get to keep talking and get to talking, and then people's going to come out, oh, those are dope fiends. See, I know a dope fiend when I see one. But they not going to put that out there. And these are the things that we need to understand, man. Stop thinking CNN is your friend. Fox ain't your friend, but CNN ain't your friend either. Understand what the fuck is going on and know who you are in this United States of America Incorporated. Know it. Understand it. Know what's going on. Don't have this mentality of thinking like, oh, well, he shouldn't have shot. Yeah, of course, he should have done that. I'm not agreeing and condoning what he did. He shouldn't have just come out there shooting. But I'm also going to say, hey, let's fair and balance. Bring out that Asian motherfucker that shot that young black kid on a big wheel. That's all I'm saying. See, there's a big disparity. Like I was talking to this Caucasian woman at 24 Hour Fitness. When I told her what I told her, she was like, damn, man, I didn't even think about it because I wasn't emotional. I just was like, I don't have anything against the LGBTQ community, but what I disagree with is them liking their situation to black folk. We built this country for free without repayment, pillaged, robbed, raped, redlined, gentrified. You cannot compare that to their struggle. Nobody's going around lynching LGBTQ people. And they have all the backing in the world, and black folks still don't have a hate crime bill. Where's our hate crime bill? I said, even after all these people that I can name, where's the hate crime bill? And I start giving her books to read. Because that's what's most important. Speak with facts. Stop speaking off emotion. We're very emotional people, and that's fine, but that doesn't work when you're dealing with the system of racism and white supremacy. It just doesn't work. Trust me, I tried. It don't work. When you work at the corporate plantations, you get all emotional, they got you. But when they can't get you emotional is when they don't have you. And that's one thing that I learned. When they couldn't get me to be emotional, and I would always respond with a book like, man, maybe I should read this book. I remember one time I was like, there's like, oh, you know, what's going on? I was like, nothing. Everything is good. It's like, well, because you just seem not happy. I said, am I here to entertain people or am I here to do my job? Oh, well, you know, we're just so used to you. I said, change is constant, right? I was answering every question with a question. Well, yeah, change is constant. I said, so am I not allowed to change and grow? Well, yeah, but okay. Well, yeah, you know what? I suggest people read the Kabbalion. God's principles and philosophies in there, and that's a great book. They got the fuck away from me. They probably thought I was a nut, but I don't care because I was laughing at their asses. Because once you start quoting books, it's different. Like I said, when I had that conversation in 24 Hour Fitness, I was like, you should read Slavery by Another Name. It's a very impactful book. And I said, and it was not written by a black person. It was written by a white person. And it was talking about slavery and what we did and how we contributed and all the things that we had to deal with. So I don't understand why we don't have a hate crime bill, but everybody else does. I don't understand why nobody came out and spoke out against Ed Buck as he was assassinating young black men. He kept saying that, oh, we all smoked crystal meth or whatever, or injected heroin, but I woke up and everybody else didn't. Well, the first time, okay. The second time, you know what you're doing. And nobody said anything. And then finally, after all that time, they finally prosecuted this dude, and they finally was able to put him in prison. But it took an act of Congress, and it took people running up on him to be like, hey, so you're dealing with another black man. You gonna kill him too? And the Democratic Party sat back there and act like they didn't even know what the fuck was going on. They didn't even care. The Democratic Party let Bill Clinton speak at the DNC, and he was in a picture with an underage girl getting a massage at Jeffrey Epstein's house. They didn't even prosecute him for that. They didn't even go after him. Didn't I hear that they talking about the Freaknik thing and bringing that back? They just want to assassinate black men's character. That's all that is. This shit ain't got nothing to do with real violence. Because if you want to talk about real violence, the dominant society has been the most vicious, vile, violent people in the United States of America Incorporated since the inception of the United States of America Incorporated. Where do you think the hanging and the lynching and the just gutting pregnant black women like a fish, castrating black men? This is not nothing new. This was normal behavior. Didn't I tell you about Patty Cannon in the Delmarva River? Man, that lady, they found so many dead black people on her property. It was ridiculous. Then by the time they wanted to prosecute her, the bitch died in jail. She was horrible. Patty Cannon was horrible. You have to read about that. It was the kidnapping club, and it just was horrible. Y'all better wake up and understand what the fuck is going on. They will always use you as the face of violence or something negative with some type of negative connotation behind it. That's why they want to bring back Freaknik so they can start going around and persecute anybody that was around that motherfucker just so they can make an example out of you. Because this is what they do, man. Because I was listening to that on Tariq Nasheed's broadcast about Freaknik, but I saw something online about it. I didn't think it was real. Like, damn, they really finna go back. They will do anything to shut black folk out, down, and posterize black folk as the negative, super hypersexual aggressor. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I've been watching Dateline NBC for the past 90 days, and out of, let's say 100, maybe 50 episodes, I would say 40 of them were all white people killing each other over life insurance policies, child support payments. It was black folk in there, but the majority of them was white folk. So don't try to paint us as the volatile people. Go watch. I suggest everybody go watch Dateline NBC. Go watch it. It's on Hulu. Go watch it. Go watch it on Peacock or it's on Peacock. I watch it every night. And I'll be like, man, these white folk are dangerous. There was one white man, he with his woman, the bitch was stripping and shit like that. That white man was like, oh, okay, you want to play this game? Well, I'll just kill you. Collect the life insurance policy money and go be with another bitch with no problem and testify in court. I don't know how she died. They got us doing the shit. These motherfuckers are the progenitors of that shit. But anyway, man, that's my time. Y'all know what it is. You know what it ain't. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing, whatever it is, man. But I love having these conversations. Leave your comments. Hey, David from No Compromise, we have to do a live. Just let me know when just text me, my brother, and we gonna do a live, man. We gonna do a recap of the last 90 days or so of the new year. Let's do it, man. Let's see. Hopefully we can get James Youngblood on there too, so we can do that. Hey, man, you already know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.